best podcast in the Seven Kingdoms, the Broforce Squad. I'm Matt Geiger, along with my Kingsguard, Brian Banner, and Ronnie Cycli, going over Episode 3, Season 7 of Game of Thrones. So let's get right into it. We got our criteria. You know them by now. So Banner, throw it to you. Pick a cast and actor that stood out to you in this episode.
Peter Baelish fucking sucked. His whole, speech.
Oh, you had more. Okay, keep going.
No, his, speech and his talk with Sansa, I just wasn't buying it. He was just being a little fucking prick and didn't deliver it well. Normally I buy everything that he says and I enjoy his character. Wasn't buying it this episode.
We're sick of his shtick. I'll agree with you. He does the same thing every episode. It gets old.
His stick is necessary, but yeah, it gets sickening. And I think there's a couple characters that have their stick that we just want to be like, dude, we get it now. Just kind of have them over to the side, but don't throw them in our face as much. What about you, Cycli?
Yeah, I think I'll go with, like I said, a lot of the actors are always incredible, but Cersei, especially in the scene where she has the Sand Mother and the Sand Daughter, she not only delivered that, but she was, just so strong and cruel and evil.
Fucking savage.
And, just brutal, and I'm just like, God, you got to respect her and hate her at the same time, but man, she knows how to deal with your enemy. I do not want to be an enemy of hers. She knows how to deal with you. She carried that scene. She sold that scene. She sold that fear. Props to her.
I'm going to go with this is definitely a women-driven show. I'm going to go with the Red Queen, simply because I love her character. And like you said, a lot of these characters are in her face. She's not as in your face as much. She's kind of behind the scenes, and she's like the chick in college that we all know that, you might have hooked up with once, and then the next morning you stare at her, you're like, holy shit, she's fucking nuts, and she'll probably never leave me alone. And she's definitely that chick in the show. And now she's over on Dragonstone, and I guess she's leaving, but she's probably coming back, and she has a lot to offer, and we haven't seen it for about a season. She was really hot about season 3 and 4, but now she's just been kind of chilling after she saved Jon Snow. So I'm going to go with her. I'm not really sure what she's up to, but I'm really pumped to find out. All right, Banner, fresh off watching it. We all watched it last night. You just watched an hour ago. Story.
I like it. I like where they're going with it. I thought that the conversation between Daenerys Targaryen and Jon Snow was going to go a lot differently. They were both flexing their muscles, which I thought was going to happen, but she just kind of threw down the hammer on him, and I really like how they did that and progressed the show in that way. What is Bran coming back? What is that going to mean? I'm really, really excited to explore that further.
Speaking of, I don't know if we were going to get into it, but what the fuck, Bran? Hey, Sansa, it's good to see you. Nothing like that. He's like, oh, hey, you were raped. You look really pretty on the night you were raped. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm not going to say shit like that. There's a lot of other ways you can prove you can see the future and see the past. You don't got to mention that night.
He's definitely like that little cousin that you haven't seen in 8 years, and then you see him at that one Christmas. He's wearing all black and just really into
totally
shit now, and he's
says inappropriate things.
You're like, okay, you're kind of weird now. You're cute when you're little, but now you're just kind of a little freak. The one thing I want to point out about the story, and Banner touched on a little bit, and when I was watching this scene between Jon Snow and the Mother of Dragons, I'm like, dude, just bend the knee. You guys are cool. You're going to run the universe together. But the thing you don't understand is that we've watched every episode, but they don't know who each other are, and that's why I thought Peter Dinklage came in and really did a great scene with that later, when he's just like, hey, you need to understand, she's just like you, you're just like her, I know you both, you need to get together and figure this shit out. But Jon Snow, he comes in, dude, all he knows about is her father, and stuff he's heard. She doesn't know anything about Jon Snow, and the Bruce Buffer guy in the front that was supposed to, buff him up a little bit did a really shitty job till later. He's just like, oh yeah, he died and came back.
I thought that was amazing.
But I thought that was really interesting, where I had to kind of take it back. I'm like, whoa, they don't even know who each other are. Why should they be doing favors for each other at all and stuff, which makes a ton of sense. Okay, this actually, in other episodes, was pretty easy, but in this episode, I think it's pretty tough. Best scene, Cycli.
Man, I don't know. It's going to be tough. The Tyrion narrating the battle at Castle Rock was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's a lot of good scenes. Like I already mentioned Cersei in the tomb. But yeah, I'm going to go with Tyrion's narration of what happened. And then the whole just they beat them at Castle Rock, but that whole realization that they had actually gotten fooled. That was incredible. And I think someone else will probably say the other scene that I'm thinking of.
Banner. Give you that.
I'm going to go with the scene between the old lady at Highgarden and Jaime Lannister.
That was exactly
that completely. Yeah, it immediately follows the narration of the battle. Him basically going, look, I saved your life. Like, it's not going to hurt. Like, yes, you're going to die, but it's all good. She fucking downs that shot and goes, oh, yeah, by the way, I killed your son, and I want to make sure you and your disgusting sick sister know about it. That was like, is there everybody in the show?
A cunt too, which was awesome.
Yeah, she goes, and that was another thing I was going to say is, this is a quote from the show, probably the best line in the entire series, I think. He goes, he really was a little cunt, wasn't he?
Yeah,
like,
which is true.
Just straight up savage. Like, every time I think, oh, this is the most savage person in the show, somebody else one-ups that. And I cannot wait to see who's going to one-up that, because that was...
I don't know, she's been savage her whole character ever since she's been on the show. She's been incredible. I mean, she's definitely going to be missed.
Man, I was going to pick the Cersei scene, but Kit Harington, I thought, did the best acting job in this, and it was just a really subtle scene, but whenever he first saw the dragon, he did really well selling that, because he was just like, what the fuck was that? Like, I mean, you've heard of these, they've been gone for thousands of years, and then one almost flew and picked me up and threw me 80 yards in the ocean. I thought that was a really cool scene when he's just walking up the steps and he's just like, man, what am I going to say to her? I don't even know what to say. And then you just hear this skreak and he just goes down, like, and you could tell he acted it really well. He's like, what the fuck was that? And he looked up because, I mean, that's CGI, all of that. I thought that was a pretty cool scene.
You can complement that with Tyrion going, yeah, I'd like to say that you get used to it, but you don't. And like, just the little humor and like the expression on his face when he said that really, really sold the entire scene. I think it was, I agree with you, it was a fantastic scene.
So I'm going to keep it rolling with the theories because I don't know how this is going to happen, but I think it will. I think Jon Snow is going to kill a couple or all three of the dragons.
Wow.
I don't know why. I think whenever I saw that scene, and it's going to be something, I don't know, to screw over Daenerys or help his people, or he's going to be kind of in a spot where he's made to do it because maybe they have his sister or something like that. But I just think he's going to kill a dragon. I don't know why. Maybe I want to see it, but I think that's going to happen. What about you, Cycling?
I was thinking, so obviously Arya didn't make it back in this episode, but she's got to be getting close to Winterfell. And the whole thing is Littlefinger's still there, and he's still trying to manipulate. But I'm pretty sure Arya knows what's up with Littlefinger when she escaped. And I have a feeling she is going to be the cause, if not the one, to kill Littlefinger when she gets up there. I think Littlefinger's days are numbered. Staying in the north is not a good idea for him, and his days of manipulating are over. And I'm going to say Arya either helps someone decide that he needs to die, or she's going to be the one to kill him.
Banner. These are getting bold.
I'm going to one-up you. I think Sansa is going to kill Bran, excuse me.
Because of his damn lying?
No, she's going to kill her brother because he just straight up...
rightful heir.
Well, that, and... He straight up goes, oh, hey, this is the first time we've talked in how many years? Yeah, you got raped. That was cool. And
my wife and I just shook our heads like, what the hell?
That, but okay, keep going.
That's essentially what he said.
That's pretty much what he said. But, I mean, think about it. She is becoming ruthless. She's not as bad as Cersei, but she kind of is going to learn a thing or two from her. She's by herself. Jon Snow did exactly what she didn't want her to do. And then her other brother comes and says that.
So is another theory he, instead of being the three-eyed raven, he was just at Baylor University for all that time, since that's what he said when he came back? Could that be another theory? All right.
What? You know that as Art Briles' son?
Yeah. Nothing to see here. Moving on to Twitter questions. We got one. Wes_Sager, at Wes Sager. What do you think Sam will discover rewriting those decaying scrolls? Cycling.
Well, it seems like a punishment, but I think there's truth to that. He's having him rewrite these because he's going to discover something. And I think it's going to be something in the line of the Targaryens, and he's going to validate, because I think Sam's going to be something that connects everyone together. I think he's going to see the Targaryen line that might show that Jon is a Targaryen. And so it'll be confirm what Bran's saying, and he'll get something written that, it's official that Jon is Targaryen.
That's what I think too. And like it or not, Sam's not going anywhere. We don't like it, but he's not apparently. So he's got to do something to bring those two together, I think, because he's definitely Team Jon Snow. So it's going to be something with Jon Snow. What do you think, Banner?
I think he's going to discover blueprints of that giant ass catapult arrow thing that can kill the dragons. I think he's going to find blueprints of how to make one of those, and somehow get that information back to Jon Snow so that the dragons don't die when they attack the Red Keep or whatever the fuck the castle is.
It'd be very Danny Ocean of him if he could find those blueprints of that. All right, guys. We're the Bro4 Squad. Check us out online, bro4squad.com. We're at Twitter, at Bro4 Squad. Our Facebook, Bro4 Squad Podcast. We're on iTunes and YouTube. Subscribe to us on both. Till then, we'll see you over the wall for episode 4.
That's his name, is Samuel.